To help increase shoulder range of motion, we need to think about the muscles that constrict your movement. The first muscle we will focus on is called the rhomboid. You have a major and a minor. Commonly, these muscles are overstretched due to a forward rolled posture. Because of this, the muscles engage something that's called a muscle spindle. These act as safety cables to try to stop your shoulders from moving too far forward. We will work with a lacrosse ball through these points between the shoulder blade and spine to help release those safety cables. When done correctly, the shoulder blade should improve range of motion. You will need a lacrosse ball in a tube sock. Place the lacrosse ball between the shoulder blade and spine. You are trying to locate the area that is most tender. When you have found that point, continue to add pressure, leaning back against the ball. You can increase intensity by stepping further away from the wall and leaning harder into the ball. When you find a tender spot, perform a contract and relax sequence, pulling the shoulder blade down and back into the ball and then fully relax. Contract and relax 7 to 10 times, then move on to another tender spot and repeat. Next, we're going to focus on the shoulder joint, or the ball and socket. What's not commonly known is that your rotator cuff is actually made up of 4 different muscles. Here we're going to be looking at 2 of them. The infraspinatus is located by finding the bony attachment on the superior part of the shoulder blade. When you have located that, we will be working just below it on the shoulder blade. After we work the infraspinatus, we will move to the teres major and minor. These muscles are found at the bottom of the armpit on the back side. We will be using the lacrosse ball in a tube sock once again. Focus on the muscle just below the bone of the shoulder blade that makes up the back side of the armpit. Lean against the wall, creating pressure into the back of the armpit. You can create greater intensity in the muscle tissue by internally and externally rotating the arm. An additional way to increase intensity is by stepping out further away from the wall. With the added pressure, continue with internal and external rotation. When complete, move into overhead range of motion while continuing to press into the wall. Raise the arm towards the ceiling in a range of motion that works for you and return to a relaxed position. Remember to repeat this process anywhere throughout the back side of the shoulder blade, working each trigger point until it releases. The outermost cap of the shoulder is known as the deltoid. The deltoid is made up of anterior, intermediate, and posterior positions. We will be working through each of these in order to help increase the range of motion. Once again, using a lacrosse ball and a tube sock, we will work through the posterior, intermediate, and anterior portions of the deltoid, leaning against the wall to apply pressure into the muscle tissue. Then, squeeze the arm against the wall to create a contraction followed by a full relaxation. Again, you're going to press your arm into the wall and then fully relax. Once you've completed 7 to 10 repetitions on the back, move to the middle portion of the shoulder, repeating the process of contracting and relaxing. The contraction should press the elbow directly into the wall. Move the ball to the anterior portion when you have finished in the middle. Create the same squeeze, pressing the arm forward into the wall and then fully relaxing. We are going to work on the #1 muscle tear in the rotator cuff, the supraspinatus. This muscle, when strained, actually creates pain on the outside of the shoulder blade, making it virtually impossible to abduct your arm through its full range of motion. Notice, this muscle lies just above the bony part on top of the shoulder. This is how we will locate the muscle. Using the massage stick, we're going to locate the muscle just above the bone of the shoulder blade. Once located, we're going to pull the massage stick down into that muscle. There should only be a slight amount of pressure leaning against the wall. Once you have located it, you will know if you try to pull the arm out to the side. That muscle will contract underneath the tension. Be sure to get a full relaxation. Notice my right hand is pulling the massage stick down into the left supraspinatus. Repeat this 7 to 10 times. The final muscle of the rotator cuff is the subscapularis. We will also be working the serratus anterior during this time. You can see the subscapularis is connected to the shoulder blade, but between the ribs and shoulder blade, making it difficult to access. The serratus anterior connects to the ribs and also the vertebral border of the same part of the shoulder blade. So let's work these simultaneously. Using the massage stick against the wall, we're going to press it directly into the side of the ribs just in front of the shoulder blade. Maintaining that pressure, you can rotate the arm or raise the arm up in the air, allowing the serratus anterior and subscapularis to press into the massage stick. Perform these actions 7 to 10 times in a spot and move on to additional tender spots as needed. The pec major originates from the clavicle through the sternum and then inserts outside on the humerus. The pec minor inserts from the 3rd, 4th, and 5th rib up to the acromion process. When these two muscles are over-facilitated, they pull the shoulders forward. So let's take a look at how to release these muscles, enabling you to pull your shoulders down and back to the appropriate alignment. We're going to work with the massage stick against the wall, pressing the end of the massage stick directly into the belly of the pec minor muscle. The focus here is to work through the pec major and pull your shoulders backwards, stretching the pec minor. When you have done 7 to 10 repetitions, pulling the shoulders down and back, you will begin to extend your arm overhead, allowing the muscle to roll underneath the pressure of the massage stick. Perform 7 to 10 more repetitions through this range of motion. Always remember to perform these exercises on both sides to ensure equal release.